You're welcome to another episode of Fertility Talk with Olarunke Thaddeus. On today's topic, I want to discuss why donor egg might be an option to consider when the verdict to use donor egg is passed on any woman. I know the feeling. I know how broken anyone in that shoe feels. Yes, it's not the end of the world. But note that it is also not your fault, because a lot of women usually think, oh, could it be because they have done one or two things, while growing up? Was it the food? Was it the drink? Was it the lifestyle? Was it spiritual? They think too much, way too much when, this happens. It is not your fault. The way God has created us women, the moment we were born, all the eggs were deposited in us. And so by the time we start seeing our menstrual flow, we keep losing our eggs, our reserve keeps reducing every month as we menstruate. So it has nothing to do with you. To some women, however, God gave them this much from birth. But to some other women, God gave them this. So it could be small. Your reserve could be small from birth. That is why you will sometimes find even egg donors. People that comes in, they are younger female that comes in to come and help older women with eggs. But they will now find out for themselves that they would even need egg donor to conceive. Why? Because that is what God has given to them. Their reserve was low from birth. So whichever one you find yourself, whether you're a younger female with a reduced ovarian reserve, or you are older female with a reduced ovarian reserve, yes, the option to use egg donor, becomes something to consider if you don't want to keep trying, okay? Yes, like I said earlier on, it's a very psychological and emotional thing for anyone, any woman, because they will not have to think. They will ask questions such as, "Would the baby be genetically related to me?" They will ask questions such as, "This donor, what do you know that they have in their family, their medical history?" You see all sorts of questions they keep asking. And the truth is that when you find yourself in that position at that point, the only thing I can tell you is that you should do what you have to do, because leave everything to God, because you truly cannot change anything at that point in time. The will or the power to change anything does not rest with you anymore. You can't do anything when the problem has to do with your ovarian reserve. Yes, it is important to ask such questions, but even looking down your own family tree, look at your whole tree, your family tree. How many of your family medical situations do you know? At most, maybe you will know up to your grandmother. What about your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother? Or the other way around, if it is the sperm that maybe you need a donor sperm, and you're so much worried about what medical issue might arise from the donor. Okay, yes, we worry too much. That is how God has created us. But when some things are beyond us, there is nothing you can do. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: even from your own family tree, there could be issues that you don't know. But of course, you'll have to accept it, because yes, it is your egg or it is your sperm. Whatever comes out of it, yeah, so be it. If you have that mindset, then have that mindset even if you're using a donor egg or a donor sperm. So when your doctor has said that is what you need, yes, don't think too much about it. Go for it. But however, ensure that your donors are young, between the age of 21 to 24, so that you can get the best quality eggs from the donor. Also, you have to ensure that your donor is free from all infections. HIV, clean. She must come clean for HIV, for hepatitis, for syphilis, and all the rest. Okay. Your donor also, of course, her reserve must have been checked before she can be matched to you. You might also want to ensure that you are being matched with someone that shares some resemblance with you. That is very important, okay? Yes. Talking about family traits, it is important to also let your agent, or maybe if it is your hospital that is helping you to source for the donor, or yes, the donor can be screened extensively for who they are. Okay, so by this, what I mean is, of course, check for high blood pressure, for diabetics, in addition to all our infection screenings. You might screen her for high check. You might screen her for hearing check. The screening should focus more on her. And the reason why this has been my approach over the years is that by the time you give an average donor a form to fill up their family history, if you ask them any question, ask a donor any question. Do you have diabetics in your family? Or does your mom has diabetics? Or your father has diabetes? Does your father has this? Or does your mom has this or that or that? Hardly would you find one that would have yes. Everything is no. And for them, of course, yes, they are trying to help the older women, but of course they are doing it with the mind that yes, there could be compensation at the end of the day. This is why it is important to screen the donor for who they are, not based on whatever they have filled on the form. So screening the donor for who they are and not what they have filled on the form, gives some kind of relief, to a very large extent. I do this all the time for my intending parents that need to use donor egg, okay? Donor egg might be an option if your ovarian reserve is low. Whether you're young or whether you're old, so far the reserve is low, you might need to consider using donor egg. Donor egg might be an option if you are older women, maybe from 40 and above, and you've tried to get pregnant using your eggs, and it's not coming. Pregnancy is not just working out for you. You might consider donor. Few women are lucky; they might still get eggs at that age, but a lot of time, donor eggs might be an option. Okay, for us women, our biological clock. When there is this saying in my tribe that talks about how nightfall comes so easy for women, like before you know it, night has come, even though that is like a parable, but we all understand what that means. And that nightfall is in the area of your ovarian reserve. The reproductive clock ticks very fast on women, and before you know it, by the time you're over 40 and above, the chances of getting pregnant naturally, reduced. Few women are lucky, they still get pregnant. But even with that, you will not have the fear of having babies with abnormalities are high from that age and above, So these are all, reasons why donor egg might be an option, for anyone, any older woman. So I hope you have learned something from this topic, and I will appreciate your comment. If you have any inquiry, please, you can drop it on the comment section. If you want to book a consultation with us, kindly call the numbers showing on your screen or follow us on our Instagram page at Meet Surrogate Mothers. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you and God bless. Looking forward to seeing you all in the next episode.